So, some time ago, I started preparing for my LTCL examination, and I believed that given how much time I would be spending each day, I could comfortably start off with two, three new pieces parallelly. So, here's what I did. I started with learning the most difficult pieces first, difficult based on my abilities. Now, here's the problem I encountered. Some of these pieces were pretty long, and it got to a stage where if I practiced a particular page on a day, the next time I would revisit that page would be sometimes even a week and a half later. So, what happened is every time I would revisit a section which I've already learned, it would feel like I was relearning it from start. And now, 3 months into my preparation, and I've only sort of completed two and a half pieces, and I haven't even completed them to a great standard. So, I did decide to change up my learning of new pieces routine, in the sense for the past 1 week or so, I've picked up a new piece, but I've been giving it my full attention. And it was more like an experiment to see whether or not I could complete a piece almost completely, um, within 2 to 3 weeks. So, although I picked up one more new piece, it was more like an experimentation of my new process. It's worked really well, but also to be fair, the new piece that I picked up was a lot easier than the ones I did in the past. So I am going to try and change up my routine a bit. One of the reasons I started with multiple pieces at once was I was I was under the belief that if you have played the notes of a piece, just perfecting it wouldn't take too much time. And uh, on the other hand, if you are learning a piece for the first time, very close to a deadline, that is a more difficult situation to be in. But right now, I'm at the stage where I have three incomplete pieces. And when I say incomplete, it's not even like I haven't perfected it. Some of the pages of these pieces, I'm still looking for my notes, which is not a great place to be. So I am going to change up my practice routine a bit. Um, for starters, I think I will, number one, try and work on just one new piece at a time. And parallelly, I could just work on perfecting one of the other pieces that I've sort of completed. So I am going to follow a system of doing one new piece, practicing one piece that I already sort of know, and the third piece that I take on is something that I'm just perfecting. Something like this. I would try to want to fall into a model of this sort, but let's see how things go. So I came across a video by Professor Kate Boyd, and in this video, she talks about a step by step approach to learning a new piece. And she describes a method where you split up the piece into sections, perfect a section before moving on to the next, and the next day, when your goal is to start off the new section, but you also revisit the previous day's sections. So in a way, you're kind of imprinting um, the sections you learned into your long-term memory. So that's probably something that I didn't do. And that's one of the reasons I feel like every time I practice these three pieces, I am almost revisiting it right from the beginning, which is making it a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to try and see if I can change this up. Um, I'm not completely sure whether I'd be very comfortable just perfecting a piece before moving on to the next, because it seems like a bit of a risk to me, but I guess I have to try it out to see what works best for me.